The next time you take a step outside your door, I want you to take a good look around and observe. What do you see? Well, let me give you some images of the sort of things you can see when you go outside. A cat sunning itself. A cow grazing. Boys playing football. A horse in a field. Children playing, laughing. People going about their business. Birds flying. Or just taking a sand bath. What do you not see an awful lot of? I don't see an awful lot of suffering. Do you? Oh yes, I can see what you're saying. It is very easy to point the finger at specific instances of suffering. They are there if you want to see them. No doubt about it. They are there. Look at the bird catching the worm. Isn't that worm suffering? Look at the lion catching its prey. Isn't the prey suffering? All this death and misery. Isn't that horrible? All this terrible, terrible poverty that so many people have to endure. Well, still, when I look around and I look at everything around me outside, I don't see an awful lot of suffering. I see a little bit, occasionally, but I don't see a lot. What I see an awful lot more of is exuberant life. And even in some of the cases of the suffering that I just mentioned, think about it. How badly is that worm really suffering? It certainly isn't going to be traumatized by its experience, because it's going to be dead afterwards. And somebody who is dead, or something that is dead, cannot be traumatized. And look at these poor people here. They have to live in terrible poverty. So why are they all smiling? And don't get me wrong, I would be the last person to suggest that just because people who have to live in poverty can smile, we don't have to do anything about it. There's two very different things. But what we do have to recognize is that even people living in poverty are capable of happiness somehow. Even though, from our perspective, in all this luxury that we are accustomed to, that might seem almost impossible to comprehend. But there it is. An awful lot of people make an awful lot of suffering and how terrible life really is. But how terrible is life really? Even if you are just destined to be eaten by a predator at some point in your life. Some lowly life form somewhere on this planet. I still put it to you that such a lowly life form would spend the large majority of its life just living and enjoying itself, even if it is capable of feeling such an emotion. This is a great glass of orange juice. It is made not from concentrated juice. It's just plain squeezed oranges. And it's delicious. And life is delicious. And don't let anybody tell you what it is.
You are my friend, aren't you?